Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the 12 Chinese zodiac performance in the year of Water Tiger 2022. First of all, let me introduce to you what is the 12 Chinese zodiac in Chinese metaphysics. The first, the animal sign is the rat. The second one is the ox. The third one is the tiger. The fourth is rabbit. The fifth is dragon. The sixth is snake. The seventh is horse. The 11th is goat. The ninth is monkey. The 10th is rooster. 11th is dog. And the final one is the pig. Each sign in Chinese zodiac is assigned after an animal. And as we know, each animal has its own unique characteristics. Sometimes people associate these animal characteristic signs with the people who have this Chinese zodiac sign. Sometimes can be true, but sometimes, yeah, I can say cannot be just directly. We assume that they have this kind of the same characteristic with these animals, but actually sometimes we can use it, but sometimes I don't use it sometimes. And these 12 Chinese zodiac animals are in the sequence. And I will tell you about a story that reveals these legendary reasons. Long time ago, actually there's no Chinese zodiac. So the Jade Emperor wanted to select 12 animals to be his gods. So he sent an immortal being into the world to spread the message. And the message is as follows. The one who went through the heavenly gate, or the early one, I can say, will have a better rank in these 12 animals as his guardian. So the next day, the animal set off towards the heavenly gate. The rat got up very early, and before we went to the gate, there is a river in front of it. The rat has to stop at the bank owing to the swift current. After waiting a long time, the rat noticed the ox is about to cross the river. So the rat swiftly jumped into the ox ear. The ox did not mind at all and just simply continued. But after crossing the river, the rat suddenly, when they are already past the heavenly gate and raced towards the palace of the Jade Emperor, the rat jumped out of the ox ears and dashed to the feet of the emperor. So the rat won the first place and the ox was second. Actually, there's another story that actually there are two animals, the rat and the cat, that jump into the ox ears to cross the river. And in the journey, the rat pushed the cat into the river, so the cat cannot pass the heavenly gate. But that was just a story which I also not very sure whether there's a cat in the 12 Chinese zodiac animals. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know there's just another story that about this legendary Chinese zodiac. And then coming to the third and the fourth is the tiger and rabbit. But because tiger is faster, so tiger is the third. The rabbit crossed the river by hopping on the stepping stone and a floating log. And then coming the fifth animal, which was dragon. And as the story goes, when the good-looking dragon noticed by the Jet Emperor, the emperor said the dragon's son could be the sixth. But actually, the dragon's son didn't come with him, but it was the snake. And the snake came forward and said dragon was his adoptive father. So the snake ranked as the sixth animal as the guardian of the heaven. And then the next two animals is the horse and goat. They were very kind and modest and let each other go first. Because of the Jet Emperor saw the politeness and kindness, they were ranked as the seventh and the eighth animal. Monkey had fallen well behind. He jumped between the trees and stones and caught up to be the ninth animals. Last were the rooster, dog, and pig. There was a story that these three animals, when they are trying to cross the river, they jump to a log of tree and they didn't mind that other animal can share with them on this log. Then these 12 animals becomes the guard of the heavenly gate. Well, that is the stories. Now we'll talk about the 12 zodiac animals in the year of 2022. The association of the 12 years with the 12 animals arose from a belief that the different years come under different animal spirits influences, which could be reflected by the behavior of the corresponding animals. That means the characteristic of these animals symbolize the nature of the different years. The year of 2022 is a year of water tiger. Come back to my slide before. I color the animals using the elements that they represent. The black in here for the red represent the water, and the ox in here color in brown, which represent the elements of earth, and the green represents the elements of wood, and then the red represents the elements of fire, and the gold color represents the element of metal. As we know, the Chinese metaphysics are under influence of these 5 elements, namely the wood, the fire, the earth, the metal, and water. There are 2 cycles of these 5 elements. Sometimes people use 3 cycles, but usually I prefer to just use 2 cycles. One is the productive cycle, and the other one is destructive cycle. The productive cycle is from the wood. Wood produce fire, and fire produce the earth, and then the earth produce the metal, and metal, when we keep in long time, it will become rust caused by the water vaporize on the top of the metal. That's why sometimes we call metal produce the water. Then there's a destructive cycle. The destructive cycle running in this way. Wood will attack the earth. As we know, wood, which can be represented by a tree, the tree will drain up the mineral inside the earth, and then earth will stop the water. When we build a dam, so we can stop the water, or in another case, the earth keep the water in the ground, and then water put off the fire. I think this one is we know already. And then fire will destroy the metal, because if we want to use the metal, we have to melt it using fire so that we can use it. And then metal will chop the wood. And because we use the axe or the metal to chop the tree. So this is the 5 elements. And the year 2022 is a water tiger. As we see in here, tiger is represented by the elements of wood. And as we know, the relationship of water and wood, water produces the wood. So I can say that this 2022 can be a year of a harmonious year, because the elements is in productive cycle. The tiger usually in Chinese metaphysics is the start of spring, where in spring everything started to grow. So we can see starting from 2022 onwards, we'll see the nation is going to grow despite of the pandemic situation. How about the weather? Weather within this year will be quite cool. Even we have to analyze further month to month for the weather condition of each month. The tiger year will arrive on the 4th of February 2022 or at 4:50. This is based on the UTC +8. So baby born after this hour will be the tiger baby and not considered as the ox baby, as opposed with the Chinese who usually use the lunar calendar to mark the changes of these animal signs after celebrating Chinese New Year. While we know that the Li Chun or starting of spring or what we call the Chinese Lunar New Year is fall on 1st February 2022. So for baby born in between 1st February 2022 up to 4 February 2022, the zodiac sign still falls on the ox. As wood is getting stronger in this year of 2022, health problems like liver and gallbladder problem will slowly getting low. But again, this is all depends on the month energy. If it is too excessively strong, it will cause these two problems too. When wood is getting stronger, other elements like earth and water will be hurt, because water will get exhausted by the wood and wood will destroy the earth. Health problems related to earth like stomach will be more prominent, and water problems like kidneys and sex-related organs will also prominent too. Metal ornaments, weapons, decision-making industries, administration, banking and finance, mining, managers, quarry, wushu martial arts, human resources, automobile industry, judges, lawyers, police, armed forces, mechanical, metallurgy, metal tools, metal furniture, jewelry, automobiles, mechanics, bullion, aircraft industry will flourish in this year of water tiger. The Chinese year calendar goes on 60-year cycle, meaning we share the same experience as the year of 1962. Year of 1962 is also a year of water element sitting on top of wood element. The water in the year of 2022, which is represented by the run water, is like a sea water, which is enormous in quantity. If it is overwhelmed too, it is not so good for the plant, and the harvest will fail. As well as the human costs, floods would also taken a heavy toll on the agricultural sector. Beware of flood disaster like heavy storm floods in Germany's North Sea coast, which caused more than 300 people die and thousands lose their homes. As Tiger is one of the movement stars, it is also denotes that this year of 2022, there will be lots of accidents in the road trip. My advice is try to drive carefully in the year of Tiger. And we still remember the Mikawashima train crash tragedy in 1962, which caused 160 die in a triple train disaster near Tokyo. The Germany North Sea coast that I told you before is also occurred in 1962. As I mentioned before that we will see growth, this could also mean new project or advancement will flourish within this year, like in 1962. Like as we know, in 1962, there is a Mercury project where John Glenn becomes the first American to orbit the Earth 3 times in 4 hours, 55 minutes. And also we see Taco Bell fast food restaurant is founded by Glenn Bell in Donny, California. And Walmart store open for business in Rogers, Arkansas. And we see also in 1962, there's a diode laser invention. This year of 2022, people tend to be strong and outspoken and will not give up easily even when encountering any setback. They will not beat around the bush. People will talk about upkeeping moral and reputation, honored people with strong responsibility, and seldom get wavered by temptations. The shortcomings are people will be quite stubborn, not easily compromised, and hard to adapt to changing of circumstances. Okay, now we'll talk about the rat. Rat in this year can probably be pursued in a study and mostly like to be alone. There are no positive stars, and we can find that there's 7 negative stars found in the rat. I don't give you the English term for these negative stars because I think sometimes interpretation using the English term sometimes is quite what we call a mismatch. Yeah. I can say a mismatch meaning sometimes from the original Chinese term. The rat in 2022 could encounter calamity, disaster, catastrophe, and peril without cause or reasons. And 2022, probably the rat will face difficulty and trouble. It can be also, the rat can encounter illness. And 2022 also, there will be drawbacks, which could be loss of wealth or mishaps or accidents that causes the loss of the wealth. Another thing that the rat will encounter in this year is funerals or death events, probably for the elders. So it is not advised for the rat to visit the sick at hospitals. People under rat Chinese zodiac sign may feel trapped in the body and the mind wise, being unable to achieve any breakthrough of a struggle. And sometimes this can mean there will be involvement with the lawyers or the authorities or the government. In this year also, the rat character will be quite stubborn, sometimes impatient. It can be also bad moods or short tempers. So a word of cautious. Beware of sharp edges, because this year you are prone to cuts caused by sharp edges. As we know, impatience can cause injuries when you are driving. So I advise for the red zodiac sign in this year, try to be relaxed so that you can prevent any injuries or accident in this 2022. Another interesting thing that this year, the rat also will have sudden and unexpected romance luck, but this is just a short or temporary romance. Next, I will talk about the ox. The ox zodiac sign. This year will have excellent love luck for you who are still single. And there is a star that will enhance your interpersonal relationship, which will indirectly help your career. As we can see, there are 3 positive stars and 5 negative stars in the ox. They will have a happy events after happy events. And the ox also will have a happy marriage luck, and probably there will be a celebration within this year. And the ox is under influences of auspicious star, which denotes popularity and fame. This year, the ox will have increase in earnings and wealth opportunities. But even you have positive star, sometimes we have negative star. You have to avoid quarrel if possible, because probably this year you will be a little bit sensitive. Although there will be an obstacle and setback, but because the auspicious star can help prevent the occurrence of the obstacles. The ox this year of 2022 will feel a bit restless, worried, and anxious. So that is why you need to try to maintain a good balance between your work and your personal life. So for the ox, actually, you need to be a little bit drawback in terms of when you encounter a quarrel or counter a senior family members. So you have to be a little bit open to changes in favor of the new options. The presence of Pink Fu Star can mean that the ox zodiac sign, the health is a little bit bad, which can mean heavy sickness or a surgery or operation. Try to take care of your immune system by taking supplements and try to sleep early so that your body immune system will be good. The next we'll talk about the tiger. Tiger also have 3 positive star and 6 negative star. Remember, even though sometimes you have a lot of negative star, that doesn't mean that you have a bad things, because sometimes the positive star effect sometimes can curb the effect of the negative stars. For those who are born on tiger zodiac sign, if you are pursuing in study, this year will bring you fame through your knowledge and talents. 2022 will be a smooth sailing year for you, with good foods, fine wines, and without worries. Other things that the tiger had to watch out is backpoking, rumor mongering, and gossips. So you have to be very extra careful in the office. because this year you will face backstabbing, maybe a scandals caused by petty people. Regarding working projects, there will be some obstacles and setbacks. So I advise for those who are born on Tiger Zodiac sign, be well prepared and organize your work-related projects and plans. It is said that it is not advisable to travel a great distance or far because there will be a misfortune or disaster. You should also spend more time with your loved ones and pay attention more to your family. Roughly the ox and tiger, as I can say, 2022 will be quite a good year for them. Great in career and well also. The next is rabbit. In the year of 2022, rabbit will assist by a nobleman. The nobleman will support and helping curb the negative stars effects. And again, for those who are born in rabbit zodiac sign, there will be a romantic opportunities, especially for those who are not married or still single. And for those who are still in study, you can have a good result in examination because you are good at academic study. The drawbacks for the rabbit this year, it is hard for them to gain or gather wealth. Probably you will experience some form of financial losses this year, which is caused by your overly ambitious and unreasonably high expectation. Beware of your negative thoughts and perception, which will cause emotional disturbance. So my advice for you in this year, try to be relaxed and do not over expect something in the project that you are doing or plan that you are doing. Next, I'll talk about the dragon. This year, dragon also has only negative stars. The mood is uneasy, trouble, or disturbed. It can also probably an emotional depression over something bad or sad events, and probably a dispute caused by one's miscommunication. And for those who are in work, probably there will be obstacles in your career. So my advice for those who are in the dragon zodiac sign, try to perform well in this year, even though you have obstacle in your career. You will also experience problems with the woman in your life, which is not hard to resolve actually. So try to have an honest communication with the women in your life. The stars in here, or I can say the negative star in here, is mostly affect and cause misery, worry. So my advice is, like before, try to go through this year by staying low. For the dragon zodiac signs, this year you will encounter funeral or death events, especially for the elderly of your family or maybe your friend. The next zodiac sign I will talk about is the snake. Snake will have a smooth life. There will be a nobleman to assist. It can be a powerful female figures. And for the snake and dragon, actually this year of 2022 is a good year to study actually. But between dragon and snake, snake will have lucky scoring good result in examination better than dragon. In the workplace, the snake will attract gossips and arguments. It can also mean unexpected lawsuits and gossips. So try to stay low and try to avoid unnecessary communication. There are probably a stagnation in the workplace, probably a loss of wealth. Try to drive carefully and try not to take unnecessary risks regarding your own health and well-being. The arguments that I told before will cause the snake people sometimes a little bit feel lonely, which leads to moodiness and ill tempers. Try to feel the positive side of things instead of focusing on the negatives. The negative star will also cause you to lose some personal belongings, such as wallet, mobile phone, or keys. The next animal I'll talk about is the horse. The horse zodiac sign this year has 7 positive star and 5 negative star. For those in workplace, probably those who born under horse zodiac sign will have some form of authority and status or power. This year, your social status will improve, and this star also, this good star or positive star indicates good leadership and can help clear away blockages and setbacks. You'll have a good career or business. You will accumulate wealth in this year. You'll also have happy events within this year. Even if you do some investment or business investment, they probably will bring you a good result. This year, you'll probably travel a lot for business and for work. And for those who are still in study, you will do well in your examination. And for those who work in the ladder of a company, probably there will be a promotion in this year of 2022. So roughly the career for the horse zodiac sign will be good in this water tiger year. Another setbacks only you have to avoid arguments, gossips, and you need to be extra sharp when you are signing a documents. Try to avoid being caught up in an unescapable, unfavorable deal in a contract. So for those who are born in the year of the horse, my advice is, even though you have a good positive stars, but try to be sharp when you are signing a document or contracts. Small issues such as fines, speeding tickets, yeah, I think you should try to be a little bit extra careful, because sometimes of the effect of the positive stars that makes you feel that you are eligible to do everything, but this will cause you small legal issues. Beware of your co-workers who are jealous of your work and achievements. Try to avoid an argument, as I told you before. The next, the goat. The goat also have 5 positive star and 3 negative star. It is excellent time for those who are born in the goat year to increase or acquire assets that is good in quality and potential. Assets in here, I mean in property. The goat also will have support and assistance from the noble people. It will bring good outcomes, a new relationship which are helpful and supportive. This year also will be a smooth sailing year for the goat. For those who are still single, you could meet up someone to develop a long-term relationship that might end up in marriage. You would also benefit from travels, movement, relocation. You have to move out from your comfort zone to reap your benefits within this year, because there will be a fame, a good career, and positive luck if you try to move and shift to other places or foreign land maybe. For those who are in the workplace, there will be a promotion and salary increment due to your talents. A setback is that the goat will spend, but only a minor spend, which can mean a minor financial loss, which causes probably from cheating or extravagant spending. You should stick closely to your own budgets. It is also advised for those who are born in the goat year, try to be a little bit extra careful when handling metal objects, because there's a negative star that can cause an injuries or accidents. Even though, as I told you in front, that the goat will develop a long-term relationship, but there will be also a short relationship occur within this year of 2022. The next one is monkey. For those who are born in the monkey year, it is advisable to seek out fortunes or life in a foreign country or away from your hometown. Probably there will be a new job for you. You should consider if there is an opportunity of expanding your career in foreign land given by your company. So you should try best of making the best of it from these opportunities and experience. Conflict will be resolved, and there will be a nobleman to help you solve the problem. The monkey has 9 positive stars and 6 negative stars. This year, whatever you think, I mean, for those who are born in the monkey zodiac sign, beware of what you think, because your wish will come true. For those who are in study. You will do well in your examination, and you will have a better social status and recognition. One of the setbacks that the monkey will face is a major financial loss, which is unexpected loss of wealth. You should also be aware of accidents or mishaps, because there is a negative star which denotes that probably you will encounter blood-related accident or mishaps. It can also denote a virus infection also. And the mode of the monkey in this year of 2022 is unstable and shaky. Next is the rooster. Rooster this year will do well in communicate, and there will be an auspicious stars that bring positive blessing, which can mean good leadership, good name, and trust. You can attain power, authority, and status. But even though you have a good star, sometimes because of the negative star, you try to have a good communication, try to communicate well with your subordinate or maybe your boss, because sometimes there will be a communication breakdown which will be negatively impact your reputation and image. You will have temporary short-term relationship, meaning you fall in love with someone you just met or someone you know some times ago, but the relationship tends not to last. So if you are not careful, things can get a little bit messy. Next is the dog. The dog has 2 positive star and 5 negative star. Your creativity within this year of 2022 would be appreciated by others, because the positive star symbolizes artisticness, but it tends towards a lonesome talents or solitariness. Even though it denotes an intelligence, but it denotes also a loneliness. You will do good at academic study, and you will score good result in examination for those of you who are still in the study. But it also indicates a promotion for employees and good reputation for businessmen. This year, it is advisable to avoid traveling, because the negative star will bring accidents and injuries, And you should also beware of petty people and gossip, especially from women. Try to communicate well, because if you communicate, if your communication breakdowns, you will have a wrong impression in front of them and causing misunderstood between the people around you. You should a little bit aware of your spending and avoid gambling excessively. So my advice is try to avoid an investment with higher return, because it is also comes with higher risk. Try to stay low and try not to be greedy, because your greediness will cause you loss of wealth within this year. The last one is the pig. Pig will have 6 positive stars and 5 negative stars. This year, the pig zodiac sign will make a lot of friends and contacts. But beware, a good partnership will bring good result, but a bad partnership will also bring misfortune. You will also have a good fortune and wealth opportunities in this year of 2022. You will have a good opportunities in contracts or deals. And you will be easily attracted by the opposite sex. But sometimes, attracts to opposite sex. So for those who are already married, try to be paying extra careful. But for those who are still single, it's still considered okay. You will have a positive blessings, yeah, and well opportunities, and a promotion also. This year, the water tiger will bring prosperity for you. Well, good fortune, many sources of income, and many people working hard to make money for you. It is not advisable to lend anybody money, because there will be mostly the bad debts. You should surround yourself with positive influences rather than those would lead you to astray and cause damage to your reputation. Try to avoid gossips and arguments. It can come from your own family and domestic troubles. So try to stay low within this year. Probably because there will be an attraction of the opposite sex. Beware of the outside interference in your interpersonal relationship. Try to be more alert and sensitive this year, because this year you will have emotional issues and feelings of unease. For those who are pregnant, this year will be an indication of a possible miscarriage. Thank you for watching this channel. I hope you like the videos. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to ring the notification. So in case if there is a new video, you will be the first to know